जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी की जना वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी की जना वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन जय व्रजनंदन जय यशोदानंदन जय व्रजनंदन जय यमुनातीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुनातीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिशिमात भय शरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतशिशिमात भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद श्रील गौर किशोर दास बाबू महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद शिव सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वभौम शिव जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूप सनातन भक्तनाथ जीव गोपाल भक्त दास रघुनाथ साध गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री मैपुर धाम की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री मैपुर धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र धाम की जय। गंगामय की जय। यमुनामय की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। समेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to all the devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to all the devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Jai Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Jai Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam giraye Vedramayane chaiva purane bharate tatha adhavante cha madhye cha hari sarvatra giyate mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande shigurum dinatarine paramananda madhavam paramananda he madhava padunga luchi makaranda se makaranda পান করি আনন্দে বলো হরি হরি হরিকা নামে বান্দা বেলা হরি করিবে চকা দোলা সে চকা দোলঙ্কা পায়া রে মন মোরাহু নিরন্তরে মন নিরন্তরে রাহু হরে কৃষ্ণ বলি জীব যাও হরে কৃষ্ণ বলি যাও জীবা মতে উদ্ধার রাধা দাবা মতে উদ্ধার রাধা দাবা মতে উদ্ধার রাধা দাবা धर्म प्रोजित कैतवोत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणं सतं वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वास्तु शिवदं तापत्रयन्मूलानं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वर सद्योहृद्यवरोध्यते तकृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तच्छनात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखातमृताद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका बविभावुका अनर्थोपशमं सख्यात् भक्तियोगमधुक्षजे लोकस्य जनतो विद्वांश्चक्रे सात्वतसंहितं यस्यं वैश्रयमाणाय कृष्णे परमपुरुषे भक्तिरुत्पाद्यते पुंसाः शोकमोहभयापः श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणममलं यद्वैष्णवानां प्रियं यस्मिन् परमहंसमेकममलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते तत्र ज्ञानविरागभक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं सच्चिन्वन् सुपथन् विचरणपरो भक्त्या विमुच्यन्नरः अर्थोऽयं ब्रह्मसूत्राणां भारतार्थविनिर्णयः गायत्री वशरूपसौ वेदार्थ परिबृंहितः सर्ववेदेतिहासानं सारं सारं समुद्रितं सारं वेदान्तसारं हि श्रीमद्भागवतमिष्यते तद्रसमृततृप्तस्य नन्यत्रास्य द्रचिक्वचित् कृष्ण भक्तिरसस्वरूप श्रीभागवता तते वेदाशस्त्रहैते परममहत् चारि वेदा उपनिषदे जातो पिचु हया तारो अर्थ लय व्यास करिलसन जय सूत्रे जय रूप विषय वाचन भागवते शेरू श्लोके निबंधना जीवेरा निस्तार लगी सूत्र कैल व्यास माधवजी बस सुनिरे अहि सर्वनाश जा भगवत पद वैष्णवेर स्थाने एकांत आश्रय करो चैतन्य चरणे भागवत जे नामने तेजावना समा शस्ताचि जन्मे प्रभु जामा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya Vadibhya Chavisundaraya Tasmi Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste, Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste, Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste, Shri Chaitanya Chandraya Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we have the great opportunity to listen Srimad Bhagavatam Katha. And we continue second chapter Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter second canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Sorry. Second chapter, first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, text number 7. Yeah. Vasudeve Bhagavati, Vasudeve Bhagavati, Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha, Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha, Janayatyashu Vairagyam, Janayatyashu Vairagyam, Jnanam Chayadahaitukam, Jnanam Chayadahaitukam, Vasudeve Bhagavati, Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha, Janayatyashu Vairagyam, Jnanam Chayadahaitukam, Jnanam Chayadahaitukam. Vasudeva, unto Krishna, Bhagavati, unto the personality of Godhead, Bhakti Yoga, contact of devotional service, Prayojitaha, being applied, Janayati, does produce, Ashu, very soon, Vairagyam, detachment, Jnanam, knowledge, Cha, and Yat, that which, Ahaitukam, causeless. The translation, by rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. The purport. Those who consider devotional service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna to be something like material emotional affairs may argue that in the revealed scriptures, sacrifice, charity, austerity, knowledge, mystic powers, and similar other processes of transcendental realization are recommended. According to them, bhakti or devotional service of the Lord is meant for those who cannot perform the high-grade activities. Generally, it is said that bhakti cult is meant for the Shudras, Vaishyas, and the less intelligent woman class. But that is not the actual fact. The bhakti cult is the topmost of all transcendental activities, and therefore it is simultaneously sublime and easy. It is sublime for the pure devotees who are serious about getting in contact with the Supreme Lord, and it is easy for the neophytes who are just on the threshold of the house of bhakti. To achieve the contact of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is a great science, and it is open for all living beings, including the Shudras, Vaishyas, women, and even those lower than the low-born Shudras. So what to speak of the high-class men like the qualified Brahmanas and the great self-realized kings. The other high-grade activities designated as sacrifice, charity, austerity, etc. are all corollary factors following the pure and scientific bhakti cult. The principles of knowledge and detachment are two important factors on the path of transcendental realization. The whole spiritual process leads to perfect knowledge of everything material and spiritual, and the results of such perfect knowledge are that one becomes detached from material affection and becomes attached to spiritual activities. Becoming detached from material things does not mean becoming inert altogether, as men with full fund of knowledge think. Nishkarma means not undertaking activities that will produce good or bad effects. Negation does not mean negation of the positive. Negation of the non-essential does not mean negation of the essential, or non-essential and essential. Similarly, detachment from material forms does not mean nullifying the positive form. The bhakti cult is meant for realization of the positive form. When the positive form is realized, the negative forms are automatically eliminated. Therefore, with the development of the bhakti cult, with the application of positive service to the positive form, one naturally becomes detached from inferior things and he becomes attached to superior things. Similarly, the bhakti cult, being the supermost occupation of the living beings, leads him out of material sense enjoyment. That is the sign of a pure devotee. He is not a fool, nor is he engaged in the inferior energies, nor does he have material values. It is not possible by dry reasoning. It actually happens by the grace of the Almighty. In conclusion, one who is a pure devotee has all other good qualities, namely knowledge, detachment, etc. But one who has only knowledge or detachment is not necessarily well acquainted with the principles of the bhakti cult. Bhakti, the supermost occupation of the human. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatya Shuvairagyam Jnanam Chayadahaitukam. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Hare Krishna. That is this sloka is answer of answer to the question: what type of satisfaction mind can take? This satisfaction of the mind is filled with knowledge and experience of the form, qualities, and sweetness of the Lord, and which cause complete disgust with all inferior objects. So all other things cannot completely satisfy our mind. Only Rupa, Guna, and Madhurya of the Lord, Madhura. That is explained in this verse. And Bhakti is also Yojita, means endowed in an excellent manner. Pra is it for Prakarshena. Pra, this is prefix. Excellent manner. Prayojita. Prayojita means not just Yojita, but Prayojita. And what does it mean endowed? With rasa. Dasya, Sakya, and other loving emotions. That is called rasa. Another meaning of Bhakti Yoga, Prayojita, Shonach Thakur told, like Bhakti Yoga is Prayojana. That means only goal of life. It's the only goal, only need of the soul. Separate endeavor for attaining knowledge and detachment are not necessary in the practice of bhakti, because bhakti itself produces them. Bhakti comes from bhakti. Bhakti is independent, is self-illuminated. And that happens very quickly. Ashu is called. Ashu Vairagya. At the time of performing bhakti, we immediately attain everything. Like it is said in 11th canto, second chapter, 42, verse 42. Bhakti paresha nubhavo viraktir anyatra chaishatrikaika kala prapadyamanasya yatashnatas tushti pushtikyudapayo nagasam. That means the same way like one is taking food, the same way he is feeling pleasure, nourishment, and relief from hunger. That is simultaneously and also increasingly with each bite of portion, if person engaged in eating. The same way devotion, bhakti, then direct experience of the Supreme Lord, anubhava, then detachment, vairagya, from other things. It's the same way simultaneously coming and increasingly is growing with each bite or with each step of bhakti. If we are engaged in bhakti seva. So there is an objection, Vishwanath Thakur said. Someone can object that if one possesses knowledge, one attains liberation. So that means knowledge is important. Go study in university, study Oxford, Harvard. You should learn Sanskrit in Varanasi. What you should do? Then you can attain liberation if you have so much knowledge. You should learn Shaddarshan, 6 philosophies. In answer to this, the verse says, but this knowledge is ahai to come. That means ahai to come, two meaning is there. One meaning is that there is no cause. Like I'm doing this because I'm getting this because I did so much effort. I practice sadhana. But by sadhana you cannot get it. Only by kripa, by mercy. Another thing is that ahai to come means without motivation. for liberation. That means this knowledge you get without desire to get liberation. That is another type of knowledge. And this knowledge can satisfy our mind, not just ordinary knowledge. And Jnana Mahaituka means knowledge without the goal of liberation. Therefore, by practicing bhakti, so the liberation does not, liberation, what does it mean, liberation, mukti? Even we don't know that. We are thinking liberation, mukti means to be merged. Yes, to dissolve our individual personality, yeah, to become just impersonal, abstract. But that doesn't take place. That's not real liberation. It is just some type of spiritual suicide. Knowledge, in this case, means knowledge and also the same way experience. Just not only knowledge but experience of the Rupa, Guna, and Madhurya. The form of the Lord, qualities of the Lord, and His sweetness. Therefore, it is said here, and you can find also similar verse in the fourth canto. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Samahitaha Sadrichine Vairakyam Jnanam Cha Janayashyati 4:29-37. Then. And Prabhupada, actually, that is very interesting verse. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said that this verse is about stage of prema, prema bhakti. When you attain prema bhakti, then immediately this bhakti produces complete jnana and vairagya, knowledge and detachment. That means it is not material knowledge, not mundane knowledge. So one should practice bhakti with only that goal in the mind. Sadrichinena, devoid of desire for liberation or other goals. And also, next verse in the fourth canto is Sochira Devarajarshe Syadachyuta Katashrayah Shinvata Sudadhanasya Nityadasya Dadiyatah. O saintly king, one who hears and studies with faith very soon attains the shelter topics of the Lord to attain prema. This is translation. That means just by listening. This bhakti starts from hearing. Just we are listening spiritual topics, we are listening the spiritual sound. So then jnana and vairagya will be automatically developed in our heart. It depends just on quality of listening. So we have to think about that. So, and also it is said Ahaituki, and another shloka also is there. It explained like bhakti is naishkarmyam. Naishkarmyam means it's very significant. Like all material activities we call karma. But here in 11th canto it is said naishkarmyam vindate param. That means one should, when one is free from all desires for material activities, called naishkarmyam. That is called naishkarmyam. And some people think that means you have no desire. That means you inactive. You will not do anything. But it's very important also in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada explained, one cannot remain without action. So That means ahaituki without reason, without motivation, doesn't mean without action. In the modern world, nowadays, people think that if without motivation, that means without any profit, I will not get anything from that. So why I will do it? So we invite some brahmacharis, please stay with us. So you are not married, you need good sanga, good association. Just chant Hare Krishna and do seva and you will be happy. And they said, yes, yes, I want, because I don't want marry. I don't want so much burden. But I need some salary, I need some profit. Otherwise, why will stay there? You see, that is material world today like that. So that means we need a haituki bhakti. That means unpaid actually. How it is possible? Huh? Because if nobody pays, how can I act? Yes, because I'm acting for what? For this body and mind, yes. Therefore, if you are not giving anything for my body and mind, why I will do something? That is psychology, yeah? That is mentality of people. But here it is said it's different completely. Actually, why body and mind is acting? Because soul is inside. Spirit soul is inside the body. Otherwise, the body is just a matter. So, without the soul, the body is dead matter. And we should always think we deal with dead matter or we deal with the spirit soul. We have to choose. Yes. Intelligent people, they will deal with spirit soul. Any work we are doing through spirit soul, that must please the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is called Divya Karya, just like transcendental activities. Our transcendental, like our action, our activities, if it will become transcendental, can we remain contaminated? No, not possible at all. Whatever activities we do, that must be dedicated to Bhagavan Krishna. And that should be done for his pleasure, not for our pleasure. Somebody is playing cricket, for example. It gives so much pleasure to him, but still he is not pure. Because this cricket play does not give any pleasure to Krishna. So then question comes, how one will know what you should do to please Krishna? When one will know. So when one receives the knowledge from a guru, spiritual master, who is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. So here in this verse today, we listen this verse. Directly, it didn't mention about guru. It just stated about bhakti. But ahaituki means you should accept guru. Without accepting guru, you cannot do ahaituki bhakti. Because you don't know which type of activities you have to do and in which mood. Yeah. So therefore it is said, Tasmat Guru Prapadyata Jigyasu Shreya Uttamam. Jigyasu, one must be Jigyasu. That once we want to get knowledge, but that knowledge, special knowledge. One must be very inquisitive to know what is the Shreya or what is the highest purpose in my life. So what is the real benefit in my life? How I can get it? So, but generally, Jiva is not inquiring about that. Inquisitive is not inquisitive. What is good and what is non-beneficial for me? to me. Generally, Jiva, the living entity, wants to know what is pleasure for my body, what is pleasure for my senses, what profit I can get. So ahaituki, we have no access to ahaituki bhakti, only motivated bhakti, not pure bhakti, because we are thinking about our profit, our own interest. Therefore, it is said, only spiritual master can tell us what is the benefit of human life. Doctor, for example, if doctor doesn't want the patient will be cured, like patient is getting fish, egg, doctor will say, yeah, you can take if you like. I just give you medicine. Go. So that is so-called guru. It's not the real guru. What disciple wants the so-called guru will supply because it will give pleasure to his mind and body. That type of remedy. But are they real sadhu? Are they real guru? So that is a very, very important thing. When we are touching this topic about the pure bhakti, what is pure bhakti? Immediately another thing comes out. Another thing comes out, how we can approach it. So you can see some preachers, they're very popular. They have many followers on YouTube. They in India they can come and many will gather, big crowd, thousands of people will listen, and they will speak bhakti, prema bhakti, Krishna and Vrindavan, playing the flute, and will sing bhajan, but they will never speak how to approach bhakti, because it is not popular topic, how to approach bhakti. General people think we already have bhakti, so no problem, just come, pay money for ticket and listen bhakti for 2 hours. Then we go do bhakti to our family. Then we go bhakti to my boss. So that means that is not the real bhakti, because the real bhakti, ahaituki apratihata. Apratihata means also uninterrupted. That doesn't mean bhakti only for 2 hours. The real bhakti. But one should explain how to approach it. First of all, we are not qualified. Generally, people are not qualified to start this bhakti because we all sick. We have material disease, bhavaroga. Because of that disease, we have to. That's like a sentence. We have to take birth again and again in this material world, and just we need doctor, but doctor gives some remedy just for 2 hours. Then again, pain is coming because doctor needs uninterrupted salary. Therefore, we again call doctor. Go, doctor, doctor, I again feel bad. Yes, yes, come to me. After my 1 week, you will be okay. Then again, come to me. That is not the real doctor, not the real sadhu. Just they coming, listening, oh, nice Krishna Lila, Rasa dance. Wow, so nice. I feel something spiritual, yeah. Radheshyam, Radheshyam. Then after 1 week, already everything forgot. So much troubles in the mind, suicide, everything. Then coming again. This Radha Krishna Lila did not enter inside. Just only sentimental. It's not the real guru, that is not the real sadhu. Who is the real guru, who is the real sadhu? Real sadhu will not go to buy some popularity, Sadhu will not think, oh, now everyone will praise me. This is called hypocrisy, cheating propensity. Is not there in the movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The real sadhu is a follower of Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu is Doyanidhi. Doyanidhi means the ocean of mercy. But this mercy is not to give pleasure to the body of his followers. Yes. One should, like the, very important, because they will bring material bondage. To bring material bondage again, if the so-called sadhu guru is giving sense gratification, that means he is giving the bondage to you. He couldn't make his disciple free from bondage. Rather, he is giving them more bondage than before. So that means as a result, life after life, suffer in this material world. Janme Janme Prabhu say, my guru, from life after life, you are my internal guru, but this guru gives only suffering. That is not the real guru. This is just karma, bad karma. Blind man accept blind man as his guru. And many are claiming. You see, we are followers of Mahaprabhu. He gives mercy to everyone. So what we are doing, what type of welfare activities we are doing for people, yeah? What type of altruistic activities, philanthropic. So Mahaprabhu preached, one should become very compassionate towards Jiva, and one should have taste to the holy name. So what's type of that compassion? Like, actually, according to Shastra, people who are doing sinful activities, especially knowingly doing, even in penal code is not sufficient for them. Yeah. Just Mahaprabhu, he showed this, how his followers are pure in the story about Chota Haridas. He was sannyasi. And everything, it is said that Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Dikva Vegam, Udaro Pasta Vegam, Etan Vegan Yavishaheta Dhiram, Sarvam Apimam Pritivim Shashishyat. When one going through sannyasa diksha, he is getting danda and kaupina. And kaupina cannot be given to everybody. Only to one who can control his urges. Sometimes people, I remember in my country, everybody before was putting on kaupina. Then after some time they said, no, kaupina doesn't protect from lusty desire. That is my experience. So don't use this kaupina. Just follow your life. Yes, kaupina doesn't protect. Why do you think? It can protect. It is in your mind and it's not outward. But one who can control his urges, he is eligible to use kaupina. This is just example. Because even in the mind he will not go to the sex life. Then he can be given by kaupina, sannyasi kaupina. So Chota Haridas was like that. He was rejected. And sometimes people don't understand this story. They think that Chota Haridas really did not do anything bad. Actually, he was sent to Madhavi house. Madhavi was old one. He was sent to bring the rice. They said, and we will put we will give this rice to Mahaprabhu, we will offer, cook and offer. Chota Haridas came to Madhavi Devi. He was young sannyasi, but with Madhavi Devi was young maid servant there. Mahaprabhu is just understood what is in the mind of Chota Haridas. Mahaprabhu is Antaryami, he can understand. So when Mahaprabhu was taking prasad, he said, from where was brought this very nice rice? Oh, this rice was given by Madhavi Devi. And Mahaprabhu asked, who brought this rice? Chota Haridas brought this rice from Madhavi. Mahaprabhu didn't say anything. He used to take prasad. Sri Govinda, from today onwards, my door is closed for Chota Haridas. And Swarup the mother is standing. Mahaprabhu's secretary is standing and said, Mahaprabhu, why Chota Haridas cannot see you? And Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu kahe vairagi kore prakriti sambhashana dekite na parvami taharo vadona. Chota Haridas is vairagi, he is sannyasi. He should not see the face of woman, should not talk with woman. What does it mean? Yeah. So if someone is dealing with prakriti or woman, I don't want to see his face. That means, what does it mean to see the face? To talk. It means when you see a woman like object of enjoyment, in this way, it is not allowed. So a statue made out of wood, woman statue, will also steal the mind of sannyasi Vairagi, Mahaprabhu said. Or to speak about living woman. Then Mahaprabhu just give example. Matra swasra duhitra va, yeah? Balavan indriya gramo vidvamsam napi karshati. Matra swasra duhitra va navivikta sano bhavet. Balavan indriya gramo vidvamsam api karshati. One should not sit closely with one's mother, sister or daughter, for the senses are so strong that they may attract even a person advanced in the knowledge. That is etiquette. So that is important. Actually, if we are too much strict, it cannot help us, cannot save our life. Nowadays we can see even sannyasis after 80 years old they can fall down because strictness is not enough. Just to strictly follow this is not enough. It's more important not to associate in your mind, not to search for enjoyment, but search for real rasa, for real paramartha, the love of Krishna, love to Krishna. Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur saying, so we achieved the human life. We should try to do all auspiciousness to ourselves. Not just vairagya. Oh, I will not see any woman. If woman comes in the outer room when I give class, I jump in the because I cannot see, I cannot deal, cannot smell. But your mind, you see, you smell. This is just vairagya. Vairagya cannot help. Sometimes somebody is renounced or vainaprasti sannyasi, but because he is only vairagi, but he has not developed this quality of bhakti, prema bhakti, he can be free from this desire. Vairagi is not the way. It is not the real vairagi actually. It is impersonal vairagya. When we say, oh, this is Maya, women are also Maya. I cannot hear the women singing. If I sing, I will fall down. That is not Vaishnava philosophy. It is philosophy of Mayavadi. So Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur saying, we should try to do all good for our soul. So that means only one can associate with a true devotee. To do good for himself, one should associate with a true devotee. Shuddha Bhakta. Shouldn't associate with non-devotee, a Bhakta, Mithya Bhakta. Yes, Mithya Bhakta means so-called devotee. They are very secretly fulfilling their sense enjoyment and are engaged in sense gratification. But outwardly they say, I am Tyagi. You see, I am candidate for sannyasa. Yes. I'm already old, I'm already 60 years old. I'm a good candidate, yes. But they are Mithya Bhakta. They only outwardly renounce, but in mind, this is non-real. This is all Mithya Bhakta, who is engaged in sense enjoyment and who is secretly fulfilling their sense enjoyment. Because they are going in opposite direction of Bhakti. It's called Dharma Dvoji. Dvoji means flag, Dvaja. Dvaja. That means inside so much desires, but outwardly I just show the flag. You see? Yes, I'm Vairagi. Yes. Give respect to me. Dharma Dvoji, Strisangi. I was in this country. I will not say which country to not disturb anyone. And many monks are there. They put saffron cloth and they collect money, and every morning you should give respect to monk. Monk comes to your house, you should give respect. He chants some mantra. If monk is not happy, then your house will get evil condition, evil consequence. But what the monks are doing, they have girlfriends, they smoking, they drinking sometimes, eating meat. So that is called Dharma Dvaji. We are people, we are very simple, we are honest, we give respect to monks, but what monks are doing, we don't care. So that means we are having bad association. Those who are having so much attachment for women, their association will bring us down. By bad association, we can fall down. So Mahaprabhu said, Chota Haridas cannot get my darshan. And Chota Haridas, he got so much pain in his heart. He was standing very far from Jagannath Lion Gate of Jagannath temple. When Mahaprabhu was going to get darshan from very distant place, Chota Haridas was paying Dandavat. So Mahaprabhu's mercy is very difficult to understand, it is said. Yes, Mahaprabhu is Dayanidhi, is ocean of mercy, but to understand it's very difficult. Mahaprabhu's mercy will never develop any bad things or inauspiciousness. And it is very difficult to understand Mahaprabhu actually. So in order to understand Mahaprabhu, we again need Kripa. Kripa of Mahaprabhu's followers. So Mahaprabhu Lila, he has done so many Lilas, so many types of Lilas, what we can understand. Srila Prabhupada gave to us Chaitanya Charitamrita, but he said also Chaitanya Bhagavata is good book. But Chaitanya Bhagavata is not easy to understand for us. So we need the mercy, we need the real mercy from the sadhu, Vaishnava, who is true follower of Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu was giving message. And whatever Mahaprabhu was doing, he was giving message. Because he was doing Acharya Lila. So by writing Chota Haridas, what is the message? What the message he is giving to us? He said, you are maintaining celibacy, but still you are dealing with women. You cannot get auspiciousness in your mind. So that means more you are maintaining celibacy, more you suffer. Then you will destroy all your life. So by giving punishment to Chota Haridas, Mahaprabhu wanted to teach all his followers. That means 1 year Chota Haridas was suffering. But still Mahaprabhu's mind is not changed. Due to pangs of separation with Mahaprabhu, Chota Haridas went to Mahaprabhu and gave up his life. And that was Bhava. He was on the stage of Bhava actually. Because of that, Mahaprabhu helped him to develop love to Krishna. And there are 10 stages of Bhava, and the stage number 10 is called Mrityu, Viraha Bhava, like pangs of separation. He was feeling pangs of separation with Mahaprabhu. So Mrityu means death. Yes, but in spiritual life there is no death. There is no Mrityu. So that is not the real Mrityu. After Chota Haridas left body, he got a perfect body, Siddha body. And he was every day coming to sing for Mahaprabhu, to be written for Mahaprabhu. So one day Mahaprabhu said, bring me Chota Haridas. But all the devotees said, Mahaprabhu, he has already left his body. He jumped to Prayag himself, and he just gave up his body. Mahaprabhu said, Suniya Prabhu Hasi Suni. Prabhu Hasi Suni Prabhu Hasi Kahe Suprasana Chita Prakriti Darshana Kaile Hei Prayaschita. He said, what should Chota Haridas done? That is the real atonement for him. Atonement, Prayaschita. By seeing woman, when someone will be contaminated, this is the only for atonement. This is only atonement for him. Just give up his body in Ganga Prayag. So Mahaprabhu, if he would not have left Chota Haridas, so what the situation would be? So later on, his followers would criticize him. Mahaprabhu was not real strict. So we say Jnana Vairagya comes from Bhakti, but that is not the real Vairagya actually. No, Bhakti actually doesn't mean the real Vairagya. So this shloka from Bhagavatam today we discussed, it is cheating only. No. So Mahaprabhu is teaching, not cheating. He's teaching what is the real Vairagya. If you are Vairagi, renounced one, so you should be real Vairagi. If you real, what does it mean real Vairagya? Because we already said, just develop Bhakti and Vairagya immediately will come. That means not so strong Bhakti. Bhakti should be very strong if you become sannyasi. Bhakti should be very strong. Full bliss. Otherwise, how you can be sannyasi? That was the message of Mahaprabhu. You cannot be a pseudo Vairagi, false Vairagi. So those sadhu gurus are teaching us bhakti. They should have ideal devotional life. That doesn't mean only sannyasi, all preachers. Because in our Vaishnava society, all pure Vaishnavas, they like sannyasis. If someone will just see woman, sannyasi or vairagi, only atonement is like that. Because sometimes we forget. We are putting the dress of sadhu, and other people very easily will be attracted. They give so much respect to us. Oh, he is sadhu. But what is sadhu's activities? They are speaking Krishna Katha, they are speaking Krishna Lila. Krishna Lila is totally free from Lampatya. Lampatya is called debauchee. That means Krishna Lila is free from immoral activities. And Krishna is the spiritual Cupid, transcendental Cupid, Kamadeva. Krishna is transcendental Kamadeva. He has not lusty desires actually. Krishna is free from lust. Sometimes when you think that Krishna is having some lusty desires, that is only your imperfect vision. But actually Krishna is free from lust. Now he is Kamadeva. He is Cupid, but he is free from lust because he is transcendental Kamadeva. So Sadhguru, when they will speak Krishna Katha, they must also be free from lust. Otherwise, how they will speak about spiritual Cupid? They will attract their listeners to material Cupid. They will just give some topics about Radharasa Sudanidhi, Ananda Vrindavana Champu, and many Ujjvala Nilamani. And people will listen because so nice, so sweet, huh? So sweet Katha. So nice Krishna Bhajan. Nice. But lusty desire become more. Why? Because speaker is not free from lusty desire. Otherwise, even he speaks about not so high topic, but he helps to his listeners to elevate their consciousness, to become free from lusty desires. Finally, they will be eligible to listen about Krishna. How they will speak Krishna Katha? Like we are Narottam Das Thakur, Srivas Thakur, Shyamanand Prabhu, many songs compiled by Rasika Bhakta. But if we will have lusty desires, if we sing their songs, lust also will be developed in our heart. The same way, like followers of Shivaji, they sang because Shivaji was drinking Kalakuta Visha, poison. So I will just smoke ganja. What is the problem? I will just drink alcohol, yeah? But the Vaishnavas, they will never allow anyone to do like that. Because they say, Vaishnavanam yatha shambhu. The Shivaji is Param Vaishnava. He is detached actually from everything. Not like you are having so many lusty desires and you follow Shivaji. It's not correct. So Vaishnavas, Acharyas, Guru, they just tell, don't imitate Shiva. Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur said, one man came who was taking opium. Then he came to become devotee. He came to me, Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur said. I said, you have to follow four regulative principles. You have to chant Harinam. He asked me, what those four regulative principles are? And then he said, but I'm taking opium. It is difficult for me to give it up. And Shri Chandra Maharaj said this story, not Bhaktivinoda Saraswati. He came to Gadagiri. He said, you will not give up. You should not stay here. So finally he got very heavy diarrhea. He was very sick. Yes. Finally, he said, please allow me at least one little bit, just inch, I will take of this opium. Pashnachan Maharaj said, you cannot take it here. He said, I will die. Said, yes, you die, no problem, but you follow Bhakti path. So that means he is suffering so much. Let us allow him to take at least one time opium. That is not the real compassion. That is not the real compassion. So Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur said, this way you do violence for that person. It is not ahimsa, it is called himsa. The doctor is going to do operation and patient is scolding him heavily. You doctor, you give me so much pain, but doctor doesn't mind, doesn't care. He is doing operation because he is doctor. Even patient chastising doctor, doctor will never leave him. If doctor leaves him, oh, he offended me, I will not do operation. Get out. That is not a good doctor. Who can really help a society? Who can really become merciful towards jivas? Therefore, we came to conclusion only Vaishnavas. What type of Vaishnavas can do good to others? That is Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur said, Kanaka Kamini Pratishta Bhagini. Yeah, say to Vaishnava. So who is Kanaka Kamini Pratishta Bhagini? Who is free from that? Say to Vaishnava. He is a real Vaishnava. Who has given up attachment to money, family, and to position, Pratishta. He is a real Vaishnava. He can do welfare for the jivas. So in the human society, they don't understand what the real altruistic activities. How the Vaishnava sadhus, they do welfare to the jivas. The general human cannot understand. So Vaishnavas, they are all revolutionaries, actually. They're doing a revolution. Vaishnavas, their revolution is not to get some independence, freedom for some country, but to defeat Maya. To defeat Maya. The Maya is very difficult to overcome Maya. But Vaishnavas, this movement of Srila Prabhupada is only to chase Maya out of this Vaishnava society. Maya, very subtle way, tricky, is, you see, can do everything. But the Krishna consciousness movement is meant to make Jiva free from Maya. Vaishnava doesn't develop fear towards so-called learned persons, scholarly persons. True Vaishnava will never allow duplicity, crookedness, kappa or lampatya, debauchery, enter inside. But many people, they're coming just to take shelter of that crookedness, duplicity. Therefore, it is said, they want to steal the revenue of the Emperor Vishwambar. So the Vaishnavas are ready to somehow defeat them. Vaishnava means strong personality. True Vaishnava, true follower of Mahaprabhu, doesn't need anything from anyone. They just want to give Purna Vastu to Jiva. They don't want to take anything from us. And the slogan of Vaishnava, what is the slogan of Vaishnava? Whatever you are thinking is yours. Just put at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna. Whatever you are thinking is yours. Just put at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna. And those who are giving everything to the lotus feet of Bhagavan, they are very dear to Vaishnavas. And Vaishnavas is giving them some information, some knowledge about the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna. And this special knowledge, ahaituki, without desire to get liberation, the knowledge how to perform bhakti, we will be able to get the information about the lotus feet of Bhagavan only from Shuddha Vaishnava. Vaishnavera Seva Tahe Sarva Siddhi. All perfection is there if we serve the Vaishnava. Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur was saying, our temple is for only eating and drinking. By eating and drinking, like Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur said, no need to increase our stool by eating and drinking so much. If you want to take very delicious food, there are many restaurants. You want to smoke, there is smoking rooms, even in airport. But then Vaishnava is opening his ashram. That is not meant for eating too much, sleeping too much, smoking too much. Vaishnava has opened his ashram. Then in order to teach Krishna Bhakti there. So we need type of ashramas in our movement. Vaishnava is doing everything. He is doing different festivals in ashramas, in temples. For what? So that ordinary people don't get any opportunity to listen. Ordinary people who has no opportunity to listen Krishna Katha, Sadhu Katha. So Vaishnava is arranging prasadam, festival prasadam, and finally he speaks Krishna Katha. And through this festival, Vaishnava is speaking Krishna Katha, and the ordinary people, they will listen Krishna Katha. So the real sadhu's activity is to make us free from contamination, from material contamination. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta yagyasu shreya uttama. So one will take shelter at the lotus feet of sadhu, he will be able to know what is the real benefit of his life. That is very important. And he will develop bhakti, and there will be a haituki bhakti. And also jnana and vairagya, knowledge and renunciation, immediately will be developed, simultaneously will be developed with him. Hare Krishna, Jai Granthkaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Guru Premanande. Hare Krishna, if you have some questions you can ask, or you can write down if in YouTube channel, please. YouTube or Facebook. Okay, so we will stop. And then next week we will continue. I hope. Thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo Nandakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai.